What's going on, guys? Nate back with another video, and today I want to talk about God answering prayers. God answers prayers. He doesn't just listen to them. He doesn't just see us doing them, but He actually hears our prayers and He responds. What we do here on earth can move heaven and earth through the power of prayer. It's an amazing gift that God has given to each and every one of us. And if you really believe that, why aren't you praying more? If I really believe that, why am I not praying more? And the answer is, I don't know. And that's why I'm making this video, because if I could share, it would take hours, but if I could share some of the stories with you all of the prayers that God has undeniably answered, I think we would all take a second to reflect on our prayer life and say, what are we doing? Let's go pray more. And I'm sure many of you out there have very similar stories. But today is just a simple reminder that we need to be praying in expectation that God is hearing and responding to our prayers. It can be so easy to get caught up in the mundane of prayer and just routine this, routine that, without really thinking that God is going to respond. He doesn't always say yes. He doesn't always answer our prayers like the way that we think that He should, or that He may say no. But a lot of the times, He in reality answers our prayers, and our life changes because of it. The world changes because of our prayers, because of your prayers. And there's a couple verses that I think are really noteworthy. One is Proverbs 15:29. The Lord is far from the wicked, but He hears the prayer of the righteous. Meaning that God might actually hear the prayers of the righteous more than He does of the average person, or the wicked especially. And James 5:16 says, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. And I don't know about you, but when I hear that, I'm like inspired and motivated and ready to live a righteous life, because I want God answering my prayers. And so just if I could share a quick story with you, one of, I would say, thousands of similar stories that God has answered prayer in my life was with my grandma. My grandma was 100. She turned 100 years old a few years back, and she was about 90 at the time. She had to get a pacemaker put in her heart, and this pacemaker actually pierced her heart. And so the doctor said it was sending these incredibly painful electrical pulses throughout her body. It was so horrific to watch. So something had to be done. The doctors had to pull the pacemaker. It was like a knife that's pierced her heart, and then they had to pull the knife out. And so they said, when we pull this pacemaker out, we're gonna have to open up your grandma's chest, because we're gonna have to do open heart surgery, because she's gonna start bleeding out. And so we just prayed and prayed that God would miraculously heal her heart, and that she would not have to have open heart surgery, because most people at that age don't survive an open heart surgery. Sure enough, they pulled that pacemaker out, and the doctor said her heart just sealed miraculously, that he has no explanation for it. And they've never seen anything like it. And so that's just one of like thousands of stories, where we just prayed for the miraculous. We knew that God was capable of doing what He can do, and we prayed for it with faith. And that's what I'm saying to you guys today, is to be praying over your lives, over your family, over your children, over your jobs, over every single thing, to be praying continuously throughout the day with expectation that God can move heaven and earth, and that the world can be changed through our prayers. It's pretty cool, actually. So, we recently moved, and we started to want to make prayer a priority in our life. And so one of the things that we did is we wanted to dedicate a space in our house for prayer, and have like a little war room, or like a prayer closet. And the house just so happened to have like the perfect place for it, and we're in the process of designing it and making it like a cool little room. It's like this secret little room in the middle of our house. And today I was in there praying, and I was like, wait a minute, I think this is like the actual center of our house. You can see like this little spike coming up from the foundation that I'm pretty sure marks the center of the foundation. And so it's kind of like the heart of our house has this secret prayer room that I think is just going to be so cool. And I thought that was like a little God wink. So, all needless to say, make prayer a priority. If that means dedicating a room out of your house to pray in, and this is my prayer closet, or going throughout the day and just praying for everything and with expectation and faith that God hears us and he listens and he responds. So go out there and pray today.